Danny.
Hey!
Hey,
You know, it was
yo!
really odd.
What?
I was doing like this for like a full 30 seconds before we probably came on stream.
Yep, pretty much. I just sat there. I just sat there and watched, and I'm like, I wonder if he knows if he's not actually on the camera.
Wonder how long you'll keep this up for.
Yeah. So, apparently, I have not been humiliated enough.
I see this.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, great. I probably should go in game. That would probably be a good thing.
Yes,
so,
sir.
I'm going to let you do the honor since you clearly know how to pronounce this guy's name.
Alrighty. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thunderdog eSports Top Dog League. Oh, we have Team Liquid Strat versus Deadly Gaming, and spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Overgrowth Ladder Edition, we have Thaniri.
Hey, and spawning in the lower left-hand corner here on Overgrowth in the pink trunks. No, in the purple trunks. For Deadly Gaming, it is going to be Minkus. So,
In your defense, it really does look very, very pink.
I know, I'm sitting here like, yeah, mine completely boggled. Anyways, so apparently I haven't been humiliated enough. So, I mean, I still have yet to see
100% correct.
I've yet to see a suggestion from chat, which means not my fault. So,
Dude,
you
Gerp.
see,
Gerp
but
is like the default.
yes, okay. So GURP will be played in between next game, and that is how we will do this, and then they can figure out what is my demise between the next game. But let's go ahead and start talking about this game, shall we?
Yeah, well, you know, stuff is being built and minerals are being harvested.
Yep, pretty much. So we do.
That is my OP analysis.
Yes,
look out.
yes, OP analysis. So Minkus is actually going to be going for a hatch first. Now we gotta give Minkus credit for being the one and only stand-in manager for Deadly Gaming. I mean this with all the sincerity in my heart, that I congratulate him in being that person.
Yeah.
No sarcasm.
I mean, sometimes, if you know, the manager doesn't go in, you got to be next in line, and Minkus stepping up to the plate,
making dem calls. Anyways, ooh, wow, very bold. He's like, yep, I'm gonna build this right here. I don't care what you're doing. I'm building it.
Yeah,
so.
you see, I don't even care if you see this. In fact, I want you to see. I want you to know.
Huh, interesting. So, has this been efficient? I mean, 5 drones got pulled.
Yeah, and now they're all heading back to the main base, not even saying, oh, they get pulled back. We'll say yes. I mean, 5 drones, if they missed one round,
it's like, what,
it was
60,
worth it.
It's like 60 minerals per minute, right?
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
So 30 seconds off of 5 drones is effectively like 2.5 drones for a minute. So 100-ish plus minerals. Not too
Yeah,
shabby.
it costs 25. That's
Yeah.
right.
Good trade. Awesome. We can do analysis.
Yeah, OP analysis.
Yeah, so looks
Analyses.
looks like Thaniri's actually going for something like really aggressive. Like you never see 3 Rexes this early.
Oh, yeah.
Like-
Definitely gonna up the aggression, and actually, Zerglings coming across could spot it. I mean, if they decide to go right up.
Yeah, it really depends. It depends on how far they get in. Obviously, the 3 Marines are going to be a little bit of a pest. 1 Ling will go down. 2 Lings. Come on. Ah, yeah. Lings are going to get fully
he's
up.
gonna show it.
What in the world? This has been the strangest opening I've ever seen.
Yeah, because he flew a Rax at the front.
Huh.
And kind of overflew it, then pulled it back. Now a tech lab coming up.
Huh.
And I would only assume that's for stim.
I mean, well, you could go stim or combat shield. Obviously, probably more so favor of stim. We had a really, really late refinery, so I don't know. This is really strange. Because I mean, he's
planned. I mean, he's only got 2 in the gas, so he definitely has this planned out with a certain amount of gas for something.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a really, really strange build. It's like he was originally thinking, yes, I'm going to be super aggressive, and then all of a sudden it was like, wait a second, I can't do that. That's kind of what I feel like.
Well, it is going to be combat shield, so I was incorrect.
I nailed it. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you know, in all honesty, you picked one and I picked the other, so...
Yeah.
Anyways. Not to focus on the part where I was wrong, Mr. I have to play GURP after this.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways. Yeah, so Minkus getting his third base up. Actually, Minkus has been doing a really good job. Now, I do want to preface that Minkus is a Grandmaster player, so he is pretty elite. As Grandmaster generally means you're pretty OP at the game. Granted, there are some not so OP people who like to cheese, but you know, to each their own. And yeah,
man, you just get Grandmaster at one thing. Why be Grandmaster at all the things when you can just Grandmaster one thing?
Exactly. You know, gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, this is really strange. It's like I feel like he wanted to push out, but kind of decided, I feel like I don't feel like he's like in sync with things. That's kind of where I'm at.
And he kind of has an abundance of Marines, up 20 currently. So, I mean, Banelings may be able to wreck those, especially with no stim yet, not even started. So he's not going to be able to outrun them, and the Baneling nest is 10 seconds for finishing up. So there is stim. So if he starts speed right away, those two will actually be much closer than is typical.
Yeah, so Thaniri actually going to go ahead and get his third base up, which should be okay. Should be able to hold that off relatively easy. I'll be curious to see if he takes the lower ground base versus the base to the left of his natural.
Yeah,
you know,
all kind of depends. He's already got decent creep spread, so I guess either are an option.
Yeah, I mean, quite honestly, though, you know, I feel like Thaniri is probably going to take the one in the lower right, which is not what I would consider the typical base to take.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It looks like he's adding on that Spire, and now, I mean, the starport's coming down in 10 minutes. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, I feel like something about his build has been screwed up by something not going as planned. But it does look like Thaniri is going to go ahead and take, or wait. Oh, he's building a bunker. I'm sitting here like, wait, is he going to build another command center? What? No, he's just going to land that one. Durr. Anyways.
Hey, well, the other one, I mean, granted, with the opening, we were prepared for just about anything.
Yeah. So, yeah, Minkus doing a great job getting his drone count up. I mean, he's already at 70 drones, so fully saturated more or less on 3 bases. And, you know, at this point, I think he's going to just probably pop. I mean, he's got 5 overlords on the way. That's going to be a nice little chunk of supply to round out his army composition with a handful of mutas, as I have to think about it.
Yeah. You know, what is that winged unit?
Yep.
It looks like, yeah, just lots and lots of Zerglings heading in to make it lots more Banelings, and yep, Baneling speed being done before stim. Not something that you see typically, but
yeah,
can occur. And so he's got, basically, it's Marine tank composition overall. Now the Medevac's finally coming out.
Apparently Minkus is lagging. I'm not sure what the deal is, so he's going to run in. Not really. That one Ling is like, no!
Save me! No.
Yeah, not quite. Anyways, yeah. You know, at this point, Minkus is in such a great position. Obviously, he does need to start to, you know, contest this third base. That is going to be probably the focal point that he tries to focus on.
Yeah. And it looks like, holy creep spread, Batman, coming by that left watchtower. There is, I don't even know how many creep tumors all coming down.
Oh, my lord.
Blue Flame is being researched. And he does not have Hellions yet. So just a little bit of an odd transition there.
Ooh, a lot of Marines getting split very funny. Yeah, and with Thaniri adding on 24 more Lings as well as a handful more Yutas, he's definitely going to be able to come in here and get a fair amount done.
Yep, and there finally are those kind of last 3 barracks. He's going up to 7. Typically you see 6, but no big deal there. So yeah, that blue flame is really intriguing me because it's coming down so late. But, I mean, it could be pretty good. I mean, right now there are 70 Zerglings and 23 Banelings on the map, so you're never going to say that's a terrible decision with that amount of firepower on the board, but...
Thaniri's got to be really careful about his siege tanks. He almost got 2 of them caught out, unsieged.
Very, very important. Running those back and a little bit of extra damage.
Yeah, double drop coming in to the main. We'll have to see whether or not Minkus will react in time. Obviously, lots of units popping out here, and that, I think, will hopefully clean this up relatively unscathed. And with the spine crawlers and stuff finishing up, yeah, this is definitely cleaned up as the rest of the legs and units show up.
Yeah, but on the way out, I mean, he did get some siege tank shots on a good group of Banelings. Oh, and that poor medevac sitting there going, give me the orders to get out, give me the orders to get out. Oh,
yeah. Thaniri trying to get a good position on this gold base, not quite in the location he wants to. Siege tanks are sieged up just a little bit off a creep, so he's definitely getting a little close to the danger zone. And it looks like Minkus just wants to go for it. He's like, yeah, I've had enough fun of this. Ling's just going.
Yeah, nice little setup he's got going in, and this will allow Thaniri hopefully to respond at some point with some units going over, but this transition, I mean, if he gets a good amount of Hellbats out suddenly, it'll be great with the blue flame because he hasn't shown it yet to my knowledge, but I mean, right now, he is losing all of the SCVs.
Yeah, all the SCVs are going down, and pretty much all of this aggression that's going on at this gold base is going to go down. One tank will fall, the other one will as well, and a Thor here going to get magic boxed. Going to lose a few mutas in the process, but overall, pretty minimal losses, and I'd say that things are looking pretty grim here for Thaniri, as a lot more SCVs are going to go ahead and get taken out, as well as a couple of units as far as Marines with this Thor backup.
Yep, and of course that Hellbat finally getting to be able to roast a couple of units, but is it too little too late? Now Thaniri adding on this command center, an interesting spot, that's certainly going to be picked off very quickly.
This seems like an adequate location for, you know, it's very tropical.
Yeah, the weather, it's got that eastern sea breeze, which is always nice. But meanwhile, Minkus decides to absolutely wreck through Thaniri's army. He's going through and going to take out this 3rd base. It's going to cripple the economy. And now a 6-base Minkus is not a machine that you want to be fighting with.
Most definitely not. 3rd base trying to get rebuilt. I mean, this was kind of over, I don't know, probably 4 minutes ago, when things really started to go in Minkus' favor. I mean, supply has been pretty heavily in his favor pretty much the entire game. Unlike that last game, which was very one-sided.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seemed like Thaniri had an idea and it just didn't quite pan out. And now he might just be too far behind and the scales are not going to tip in his favor. And oh no, if he heads down that ramp with all those Banelings coming in, no, they decide not to.
He's thinking about it. So, yeah. I mean, this is pretty much the rest of Thaniri's army, so at this point, if Minkus can just get a good enough surround, that will most likely be GG.
Yeah, I feel like he can basically throw his units into this. I mean, not that I ever advocate Banelings against Thors, but we'll have to see. I mean, even if he just magic boxes with just the mutas, he should be fine. So he's probably just waiting, making sure he's teching up. You see an Ultralisk Cavern going down, Adrenal Glands, +3 flyer attacks, Pathogen Glands,
Everything.
Level 2 Carapace, melee attacks level 3.
And the list
literally
continues.
just hitting buttons on his keyboard and hoping for good upgrades.
He's just like, yep. So Thaniri actually going to start to move out. Needs to be very careful not to get sandwiched. A lot of the Lings are going to come in, get a full surround on this entire army. It does look like GG is going to get called, and it looks like Deadly Gaming's Minkus is going to take game.